Hi there, it's Carly from Learn English with Carly, and before I begin today, just a reminder to hit that subscribe button, and it's very much appreciated. Today, I am not in Canada, I am in Scotland. I'm in the beautiful town of Greenock here on the west coast of Scotland. In today's short video lesson, I want us to look at the word family for the simple word bread. Before we begin, what is a word family? Word families are groups of words that have a common feature, pattern, or meaning. They usually share a common base or root word, to which we add different prefixes or suffixes. They are letter combinations or other words at the beginning or the end of the root word. They are very, very useful for us language learners because they help us to build our vocabulary. But instead of memorising lots and lots of different meanings and spellings, we learn instead to spot patterns to identify root words. So firstly, to today's root word bread, let's look at the meaning of the word bread according to the Cambridge Dictionary. Bread is a food made from flour, water, and usually yeast, mixed together and baked. I love bread. Do you like bread? Let's take our root word and noun, bread, and add some other words to it. How about some different types of bread, first of all? We have gingerbread, flatbread, and one of my favourites, a very, very popular biscuit or cookie if you're in Canada and America, here in Scotland is shortbread. It tastes delicious. If you ever get the chance to try it, do. When you slice your bread, you probably put your bread on a bread board. And on the bread board, you'll leave bread crumbs. These are the tiny bits of bread that flake off the bread when you cut it. We can just shorten this to crumbs. Don't get crumbs everywhere. Breadcrumbs are also the very small pieces of dried bread that you can buy and that you can make to use in all types of cooking. Now, where do you keep your bread? Perhaps it's in a bread box, or in a bread bin, or maybe even in a bread basket. Now, bread basket has another meaning too. The bread basket of a country or a region is an area which, because of the richness of the soil and or the advantageous climate, produces large quantities of wheat or other grain. Let's now look at the verb to bread. This means to coat your food in breadcrumbs before cooking. This is something that is often done to meat such as chicken or pork, as well as to fish. In a recipe, you might read something like, bread the fish before frying in a hot pan with oil. There are other nouns connected to our root word bread that aren't connected to the actual food of bread itself, and these can often be difficult for English learners to understand. For example, to be the breadwinner. If you are the breadwinner of your family, then you are the main earner. You are the person who earns the most money. Lucy's the breadwinner of the family. Harry's the breadwinner. But to be on the bread line isn't a good thing. If you are on the bread line, then you are poor and you have just about enough money for some food and your other outgoings, such as your rent or mortgage or your bills. Far too many people in the world are living on the bread line. Our last bread noun today is your bread and butter. This is usually a job or an activity that provides you with the money you need to live, your livelihood. I am a YouTuber, but my bread and butter is teaching. He's a photographer at weekends, but his bread and butter is engineering. The final thing I'd like to look at with our bread word family today is two very popular bread idioms. This video is the best thing since sliced bread. If something is the best thing since sliced bread, then it means that it's amazing, it's excellent. We often use this idiom with new inventions. That new touchscreen computer is the best thing since sliced bread. If you say that someone knows what side their bread is buttered on, then this means that they know what to do or who to please in order to stay in a good situation or to avoid a bad situation. Sharon knows what side her bread is buttered on. We can use this in the negative too. You don't know what side your bread is buttered on. This means that you don't know how lucky you are. Okay, that's it for our bread word family today. Let me know what you think about this video and the idea of word families by writing a message in the comments box below. Is this type of video useful to you? Do you like learning word families? Thanks again for joining me today here in Scotland, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.